Hi everybody, this is my 16-site vertical aeroponic system. That finish that you see there is the sedimentary finish. You'll probably start seeing them pop up on eBay here soon. I'm going to show you how to assemble it, and then we'll talk about the new delivery system that we've designed and created. We'll get started. This is what comes out of the box. I've gone ahead and pre-mounted the pump and the net baskets. The hose is already pre-mounted in the base, so you just kind of pull it up out of the center. Start by assembling the riser, coupling in down first, thread it onto the flexible hose that's coming out of the center. It's not necessary to glue them. You can if you want, but I like the versatility of being able to remove them. And it doesn't matter if they're a little bit crooked. You'll see what they're going to do when we get to the top. You can just slide the fittings on too. You can do it in order. You can do it first. You can do it last, whichever you prefer. Try to traverse the baskets. It gives the plants a little bit better room for growth. There's a rubber grommet that's supplied with it. That's just to go over that and hold the hose into the center. And just screw the sprayer on hand tight. Don't over tighten it. And that's what it should look like when you're done. Now I've already put 3 gallons of water, distilled water in here. I always start with about 3, and then I can add more to it and pre-mix it in another gallon jug depending on how you're starting. If you're starting from plants, then you'll know that you need to start with nutrients right away. If you're starting with cuttings, starting from seed, I'll get into that. I've got some pods that I'm working on so that you can just start from seed in the unit itself. Okay, start the pump at about half. Don't go all the way up to max. Start it at half. Give it about 5 minutes to settle out. Like I said before, there should be no reason to ever take the filter out inside the nutrient tank. The system creates back pressure at intervals and clears it. So you don't have to worry about keeping things too clean. When you're washing your roots out, if you want to add a little plant to it, you don't have to be as meticulous. I got tired of fighting water pump clogs, so this is what led to this. It's been running a couple of minutes, but you'll start seeing the size of the water spray. I'll try to focus this. If you've experimented with fog, then I'm sure you'll see I'm trying to get the water particles down real small. I messed around with fog, but the little ultrasonic foggers were putting too much heat into the nutrient tank, which brought me back to just using air. I'm going to let you kind of watch this. Sorry about the video. I'm trying to focus here. You can slow the pump down if you want more water, and you can speed it up if you want less water. I've gone ahead and put the neoprene discs in. With just listening to the sprayer, I wanted you to hear it when it's all closed up. This is just kind of a top view. I'm trying to get a picture of the little bit of a mist that's coming off of it. Okay, and I'm going to have to show you that I'll have to prove what I'm saying. This much dirt before would absolutely drive me nuts. So I'm going to show you. I want to hear it running. This is to show you that the system won't clog up. Get a little more in there. I know, who would do this, but I want to show you that this is how much I'll stand behind the system. Okay, and we'll give it a few minutes. I don't want to stop the recording. Now tell me, if you had a water pump, how bad a shape you'd be in right now. On a couple of my other systems, I would already be clogged up. But we'll give it a few minutes. been about 10 minutes. I did have to stop the recorder. I didn't want you to watch the sprayer head for 10 minutes, but you can see that we've had no issues. I could let it run for an hour. If you want me to send you an hour video, I'd be glad to. If you're into using organic nutrients, you know that they can be troublesome with these micro sprayers. And watch the video, it'll prove it. Okay, so let's see what our, oh my gosh, look at that nutrient tank. And, well, you know what would even be better is, let's plug it back in and see if it'll run. Okay, I just put the riser bar back together because you've seen with that kind of swamp water, and I hope you never have a nutrient tank that looks like that. We're going to turn it back on. Look at that. Show me a system that'll do that. Now, I'm sure you could clog it up if you really tried, but, I mean, that's probably 100 times more dirt than you'll end up in a system. Outside, this is a bean I started. It's actually 9 days old today. And I started this one in the unit. I'm working on these grow discs. I'll include the neoprene discs in the system, but I want you to, I might send a few to experiment with just to kind of get a little more feedback on it. Okay, so to give you a little tip, if you've never done this before and you're kind of new to it, look into rapid rooters, and there's some really great products from Sure to Grow. I have no affiliation with those companies. I just want you to have good results. I want to relay on the stuff that I've been using and having success with. I use General Hydroponics micronutrients. The Floral Grow. I haven't messed around with the bloom. I don't use artificial light. I like to try to get everything out where it can get natural light. I am experimenting with some LED lights just to see results and stuff. So we all have our experiments we're working on. If you're going to put it outdoors on a balcony or on a porch or something, and it may get some direct sun, try to elevate the tank. Once your nutrient tank goes up over a certain temperature, you're going to start promoting algae growth. You're going to deplete oxygen in the water. I've got some outside that get sun probably half a day. I've got the buckets up on rubber pads. It seems to be helping. I wanted to see what would happen, and they still seem to be doing good, but I've had to treat the tank for algae. A couple drops of 35% peroxide, and it's been no problem. One of my customers keeps hers indoors in front of a nice window that's facing, I believe, to the east. And she's actually kind of savvy. Some of the plants in the back she puts in like she'll plant partial shade stuff, and there's a lot you can do with it. It'll be up to your own what you want to do with it. Well, I hope you've liked the demonstration. I'm very proud of this system. I've worked hard on it. It's been a long time coming. And look for me on eBay.